Simon Hepburn from Marketing Advice for Schools. Welcome to our first vodcast where we're going to try and communicate our advice using video. First thing I'm going to talk about is how you find engaging stories in your school. So why would you want to do this? Well, basically, if you're going to persuade people to come to your school, persuade parents to send their children to your school, it's not good enough just to say you're the best. You have to demonstrate it. You have to show that every day you are doing what you say in your motto or your brand. And the schools can be difficult places sometimes for this to happen. So we've put together 8 tips to try and help you. Hopefully they will help you in your day-to-day school marketing. First one, really important in schools, is to get out from behind your desk and go and meet people face to face. Take part in faculty meetings, staff meetings, talk to students, student council, go and explain to people what you're trying to communicate about the school. Okay, and ask them for specific examples. You can do this informally. Certainly, it's a very good idea to have at the end of every faculty meeting or every team meeting a little suggestion that maybe people can just share their best stories. Sometimes it's better to do it informally as well, and just make sure that you're out and about talking to people. As well as that, make it easy for students and teachers to pass stories back to you, so they don't have to wait for that meeting. Okay, they can send you an email. They can come up to you in the corridor, come up to maybe a senior member of staff who will pass things on. Okay, for example, if a student's done really well in a sporting activity, sometimes it could take a while for that to get through to the people that matter. Maybe there's a particular event going on in the music department or an art exhibition or something like that. You need to know about it early so that you can plan for it and you can make the most of it. Third thing, once you've got information coming in about future stories, keep a news diary, just like a local newspaper would do. Doesn't matter if something's happening 6 months in advance, 6 months from now. Make sure that you are aware of it and that you can plan for it. You can tell parents, you can tell the local press, and get on top of those stories. Fourth one, focus. It's quite easy sometimes to have lots of stories, particularly in a big secondary school. Make sure that you are focusing on the stories that meet the brand essence, I guess, that you've come up for your school. Okay, if you want to be an academic school, make sure you prioritise the academic achievements. If you're looking for pastoral care and how good you are at that, okay, look for stories of success in exams with people who perhaps have had difficult issues in the past. Also, make sure you involve students. They know what's going on in schools. This will also help you to make marketing more part of everyday life in school. They can take pictures, they can write newspapers, and there's some brilliant examples on the Marketing Advice for Schools blog and the gallery that we have of students who've got very much involved in schools. They can also take pictures of trips they've been on. They can write about trips they've been on. They can interview celebrities who come in. Having a little team, a student team that works with you, is a great thing to do, and also means that you understand a bit more about what student life is like if you've come into schools without any teaching experience. So, sixth tip, use a range of media to record stories. Sometimes it's easy just to say, oh, well, we'll just write it down. But actually, if you think about what you're going to do with stories these days, they're going to go on a website, they're going to go on social media. You might use them in other material, newsletters and so on. So make sure you've recorded them, you've written down information, and you've videoed them as well. Okay, so you can use it again and again. And that saves you time later on as well. Important thing, one of the biggest roles I think of school marketers, people in your role, is to interpret jargon. So you're not just passing on stories about Raison Line, Alice, those sort of issues that teachers are rightly very keen on. You're making it personal. Okay, you're showing that the value-added score actually means something. Make sure that you are being active in this respect. And finally, the best way of getting more stories is to share the stories that you've got. So make sure that if a story involves a particular teacher or a particular student, that they hear about it, that when it's on the website you write to them or you talk to them and say, look, this is a great story, thank you very much for it. Please pass it on to your family, to your parents, to your schoolmates, to your classmates. And what you'll find over time is that more and more stories come together. So these are just very simple tips, I guess, in order to do this, but hopefully they will make your life much easier. If you want more help about any aspect of school marketing, please have a look at marketingadviceforschools.com. You can sign up for a free monthly newsletter. You can give us feedback. You can ask advice on areas that you are perhaps worried about. And we can also offer training, consultancy, everything your school needs, really. So thank you very much for your time, and we will be back.